Hello everybody, how's everybody doing today on this Thursday? Well, the hits just keep on coming, I'll say that much. It's getting interesting. Well, they passed the big bastardly bill and end the CR now. That's 2 feathers in their cap. The rest of the country can take a shit, but they don't care. How about those Epstein files? So yeah, seeing as today's Thursday, it's trash day. And I think I want to include today everybody from Pam Bondi to El Presidente, because that's what those dictators like to be called. We have Kash Patel. Anybody in that cabinet that wants to whitewash these Epstein files, or better yet, burn them, in my humble opinion. And we'll go with every Republican elected to office that will vote against that petition. There's only one thing wrong. Like, at least when you vote for the petition, you make a stand, right? So that would be something. But the other part of that is, it's got to pass the Senate with 60 or more votes. Now, it's coming to surface that there are at least 3 senators that are willing to sign on and pass it. And there's a bunch more Republicans, up to about 60 in the House, that are only too willing to say, hell yeah, get those files out there. So if you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. I would like to ask you to please love me, like me, subscribe to my channel. You're already here, getting lots of views, but the likes and the subscribe aren't quite matching up. And I would like to see that change, and I'd like to see you be a hangers-on, because my hangers-on, you're awesome. You're awesome. So yeah, we have you guys, and I am very, very fond of you fellas. Viv! So let's get back to what we were talking about. Do you remember when, and would you like to get together again? And we'll talk about back in the day, when Trump was saying, well, not back in the day, it was just a couple months ago, when he was saying that, oh, he kicked Jeffrey Epstein out of his club because he was being a creep. He was stealing my people, stealing my girls. I think that's what he hated most. But he didn't mind. Ghislaine was obviously a very good friend, because he's doing all these special favors for her now that she's in prison as a convicted child trafficker and sex offender. Yeah, she's a good friend of his now, because you only do favors for friends, right? So she's getting all this stuff done, and it's so good that the Board of Prisons, I believe, in my humble opinion, for entertainment purposes, have been ordered to have that warden be her, as one of the guards said, I'm sick and tired of being Maxwell's bitch. Yeah. Well, imagine the warden is looking for a cushier job, because she's the one doing all the photocopy, and she puts out nice healthy little snacks and refreshments when Ghislaine's troop of Washington lawyers come through. Are they going to be going to court for her too? Just asking. So yeah, back then it was, oh yeah, I got rid of him, and like really, really fast as soon as I heard out. But the thing is, Miss Giuffre was poached, shall we say, in around 2002. That was the final straw. We kicked him out. Well, he was at him and Melania's wedding in 2005. He was still hanging around in 2007. Yeah. All the new emails are coming out, and that just brings a smile to my face. Now, for somebody that was such a creep, why was Jeffrey Epstein at Trump's Thanksgiving in 2018 when he was president the first time. When he was president in season 1, the Reign of Terror. Why was Jeffrey Epstein at that Thanksgiving? Inquiring minds want to know. That's what it seems like is coming out in those new emails. And even better, he was Trump's one of his official visits. I don't know if that's when he met the Queen or whatever, but had a side meeting with Andrew and Epstein. Yeah, on a state visit. Now, we're not sure if Epstein was in the room where it happened. The room where it happened. No, we're not sure if he was there. But he knows way too much about it not to be there, in my opinion. So we have the 3 conspirators together. All the little dirty dogs. You got Trump, Andrew, because we can't call him Prince anymore, and Epstein. 3 of the biggest, most well-known child sex offenders. Can we say that? Yeah. And it's also come out in some of the emails today. I got this from Aaron PARNAS from the PARNAS perspective. He said one of the victims was at Jeffrey's gate and he could see him because of the cameras and everything. And she texted Epstein and said, "I'm going to be late. I'm not coming in there." These are words to effect, I don't have it written in front of me, but words to the effect that I will be late because I will not go in there if he's there, meaning Trump. And she had an inkling that he was in there talking to Jeffrey. And she said, "I'm not going in there as long as he's there." And everybody was saying how horrible he was. He was a real creep. He was disgusting. So, how's he going to wiggle out of this one? Well, they're still going back to the old story. Well, we kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. Well, guess what? He was never a member. Apparently, he was never a member. He just slid in on all his sleaze and got in the door with the rest of the sleaze that got in the door. Yeah. So, with all the people in this bag of garbage, we're going to need a dump truck. That's what I'm thinking. We're going to need a dump truck to get rid of this. So, it turns out, Ro Khanna was saying up to 100 senators are going to sign the petition. I was really surprised that once Maggie traded, I don't know if she got a personal phone call. I think Trump's kind of given up on her for now. But I think once Lauren Boebert got summoned, and then Nancy Disgrace, she got summoned to the White House for meetings. And of course, all the folks there with the intimidation and everything, all gathered around browbeating them, playing good cop, bad cop. Both Boebert and Nancy Mace said no, they're not taking their name off the petition. And now apparently 3 more Republicans in the House have said, yes, we'll sign on to that. Representative Bacon's one of them. I can't remember the other 2, but there's 3 more. And apparently, I think when this thing goes for a vote, anybody that doesn't vote to make this public, oh, we've released tens of thousands of us. No, you didn't. You released stuff that was from court transcripts and stuff that anybody can read anytime they wanted. You didn't release fuck all that's already out there. So don't give me that shit. From up here in Canada, I can smell your bullshit. I can smell your bullshit all the way up here. And it smells fresh, let me tell you. So, I'm thinking that they're going on with all this stuff, and they're going to try and bury it, but there's only so much shit you can do. So, I mean, why can't you take down Trump for this? If a member of the royal family can get stripped of his dukedom as the Duke of Sussex, or Windsor, whatever. If he can get stripped of that and then find out there's more shit coming out about him, and his brother, the king, strips him of his title of prince. And it sounds like maybe Eugenie and Beatrice will be stripped of theirs. Oh, York, Duchess of York, that's right. She got stripped of her title too, because it sounds like she was into a little bit of funny business with Mr. Epstein herself. Spent lots of vacations with him. Every time she went to New York, she hung out with him. So you tell me she didn't know that. Fergie's not a stupid woman. She figured out that royal family pretty quick. And she got schooled by Diana because nobody knew how. Let's just say strict that they could be. So yeah. So I'm going to leave this here. So if you like this video, like me, love me, share me. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is really important. And so is a few comments, because I do read them. I don't get to them all, obviously, because I get 300 or 400 comments on each video. So I try scrolling through them every free chance I get, but I'm ignoring my husband while I'm doing it. Sometimes that's okay. Other times it's a bit much. And I think I see it in his face. But anyway, you take care of you first so you can look after somebody else. So this is a whole dump truck full of garbage today. I'm going to show you Miss Viv before we say goodbye. So love me, like me, share me. Don't forget to subscribe and take care of you. I love you. Hangers on. Keep hanging on. Newcomers, you will become a hangers on. I can almost freaking guarantee it. Okay, let me turn this around. There's Miss V. There she is. And her little lappers. You gonna say hi, Viv? No? Say hello. You wanna go inside for a treat? Alright, get going. Alright, take care of you. I love you.